Well, another milestone for Brett Sutter coming up, and this one 1,000 games in the AHL. And Darryl, we were talking a little bit about this January of last year, 1,000 professional games. But just for you, as you look at time spent in the American Hockey League in professional hockey, what is the significance of a milestone like that for your son, Brett?
Yeah, I think it's more than just the milestone in the games. I think it's the whole career part of it and what you have to do. You play through a lot of injuries and lots of ups and downs and lots of teams and lots of teammates. But at the end of the day, the biggest part is the friendships and the memories. Those things are what's important, and he's aced all that. He's very proud of that.
You always talk so much about being a good teammate, and I wonder too about the teammates that have helped him, get to this point. And some of that is family members, obviously his wife, his kids, and the support, and you and your wife, and just how that all comes together, and the support system that allows a guy to reach that milestone.
Yeah, I think there's a big support system. I think Brett has a great wife and the children. I know how important that is to him with having Aaron and the kids. But at the same time, I think growing up, the support system, not just his nephews and nieces and brother and sister, but I think just that all of us together, we still don't look at it as if it was anything special, right? That's what we were supposed to do, and that's what we did. And I think that's how Brett approached it too. And I've told not just Brett, but other members of our family, your last name will only take you so far. You still got to blaze your own trail, and you look at it. He certainly did.
Yeah, there's no question. And you look at how many times he's been a captain, the leadership qualities. I mean, is that something, in some ways, what you're most proud of is just the way he's carried himself and the way he's revered by teammates and coaches?
It's special and it's unique because when you think about it, I'm not sure the number, is it 8 or 9, whatever guys only have ever done that. But what that really, really means is that, they've hung in there. Right, that's what it means. Like, there's lots of guys. Brett is, what is he, 35 or 36 now, or whatever it is. Yeah. They would have given it up several years ago, or went to Europe, or something like that, and Brett didn't. Right, and that just tells you about his fortitude.
Yeah, and you were saying the AHL, you've been there too, and that's what that you're putting in that work, and those aren't necessarily all easy nights and easy days at the office.
Yep, that's what you're earning your stripes and earning your keep every day, and there's late nights and hard days. All that stuff comes into it, and I give him credit. Like, it's hard to put into words because you got to stick with it. Like, you think about how many times that he could have said, maybe something else, or he just wanted to play hockey.
Yeah.
Right, he played on 1-2 year deals, long time, but just also in that though too, the coaches that have coached him, things like that are what's impressive too, because it doesn't matter where you go. And even now with the Wranglers here and going to see a lot of the coaches around the league when I can, when they're in town here and how they speak so highly of them, it makes you feel good.
Yeah, that's great. Did you always know it? When did you see the passion, the little glint in his eyes about hockey?
Well, he always wanted to come to the rink.
Did he?
Yep. Even when he was little, I remember even in Indianapolis when he was a little boy, he'd come when he was learning to skate, and and the players were always so awesome with kids, as they still are.
Yeah.
And he doesn't remember this, but he'd be trying to skate or be playing hockey in the hallway and things like that. And it was same thing we did when we were kids, but he was passionate about it. It didn't matter. I remember there was times even in the summer where you had to make the call and pull rank, and you're not playing hockey this summer, you're gonna play ball.
Right.
And make him do it.
Yeah, and he agreed, or did
you?
Oh
yes, and he was a good athlete, and then he grew up with. It's funny growing up in Viking, even though we were all over Chicago, San Jose, Calgary. Even though we were all over, his best friends were still in Viking, and those kids played all the sports, so he played all the sports.
It's great, well-rounded athlete. Just one last one about full circle, because we talked about obviously selecting him. His professional career starts as a draft pick of the Calgary Flames, and now being back here, and even being able to see him. I know a couple off nights, and you're able to go and watch him play again now.
Yeah, it's special because you can spend family time with them. I don't get so excited about going to games no more. I've been to enough of them.
Sure. Yeah. It's more the time out there.
But you know, you get to see them, or you know, you can go have a coffee with them, or come and have dinner. It's awesome to be able to do it, and you know how our schedules are. You think it's easy to do your private stuff, but it's really hard to.
Yeah. Trying to find that time, wedge it in. Well, congratulations. I know you're proud, and you know, it's an awesome achievement, and look forward to seeing a few more too. I know that he's not done yet.
Yeah, good on him, good for him.